across the platforms. I am here tonight with TikTok and Granny Blowtorch. Although Granny Blowtorch is trying to sneak in, she needs to go home. So it is time. We are getting ready to do this thing. Tell me about your weekends. I want to hear. Number one, let me know where you're tuning in from. I know Mike is tuning in from his couch, which is the usual response there. Hey, John, how's it going, bud? Let's see, who else do I recognize? Keegan, good seeing you this weekend. Trying to see if I recognize any other names here. No? All right. I told you the He-Man movie would be great. Northern California. I hear gas is quite a bit more expensive in Northern CA than it is anywhere else. Let us go. Let's look at some toys. Ooh, first, let's get a drink. And then let's look at some toys. Miss Carrie, before you run off, will you make sure you get the lights? Thank you very much. All right. We are loaded down with toys. There are lots of options for Skeletor, so you are in luck in video games and other stuff. Jimbro Skeletor should be a thing. There we go. Guys, make sure you check our Buy It Now store. We are loaded down with good stuff over there as well. If you're watching us from Facebook, I'm picking that up right now so I can catch the video so I can make sure to answer questions from there as well. Oh, I was like, why can't I? Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Whoops. Arrow 7, I believe I have some of those. So let me go take a look. Oh, I was like, why can't I? Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Whoops. My voice is really annoying. I don't know how you guys can listen to it. I listen to it and I want to punch myself. So I assume the only way you can cope is with that fleeting hope that one day you too will get to punch me in the face. That's the survivor. Hey, Ricky. We got some loose games over here. We'll leave them for Triple H. There's just random loose stuff over here still. I really like this Kingpin. Man, Ricky, I was worried. I didn't hear from you guys when the storms were bad in your direction. Real bad. Look like Illinois has had the most tornadoes of any state in the Union so far this year. In the Union. Yes. Did you look at it in our Buy It Now store, John? Let me pull up that Java and see what happens. Let me run downstairs real quick. Alrighty. Oh, I was supposed to be looking for Spider-Man. Sorry, guys. I'm really, really bad at staying on task here. These are all 3.75s. We have a lot of loose G.I. Joe classified. I was doing my 6-month breakdown for the year. The Whatnot takes between credit card fees and their fees, and then us having to eat entirely the cost of shipping materials and labor to pack. My cost on Whatnot is around 15 to 18%, which is making it's inching closer to eBay levels. So I mean, I'm not complaining. It's a great sale platform, but we're paying real well for these platforms. Just in case anybody was wondering, I don't know what Marvel Knights Blade is. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm headed to loose G.I. Joe Classified. So, do I have the 18-inch Boba Fett? I don't believe so. Okay, so for loose classifieds, I got Rock and Roll. I got a lot of good ones down here. Spirit, Gung Ho, Flint, both versions of Rakondo, expensive Action Force guy, Stalker, Arctic Bats, Leatherneck, Sarge, Tiger Force Outback, Major Blood, Twins. We got a lot of good ones here. Irish Goodbye. Hey, I love the play on words there. I'll be honest with you, I keep seeing Irish Goodbye in like comedy skits, and I don't actually know what that means off the top of my head. The Leatherneck is priced at, he is 22, which seems like a pretty good price for that one. Go back to the Marauder. I would get the Revelation Skeletor is better. Well, Laticaire. We do have trains, a little bit, not much. Okay, Marauders 2-pack. These guys? There's a low light and a barbecue here. And that's what I'm looking at here. We just picked up a couple of HO trains. I haven't really done anything with them at all, so I don't know. I haven't even messed with them. Yeah, there's low light, and then the spirit we have is the standard spirit. This is not a Sal Knight. No, Arrow, I don't have any 3.75 Spideys. I don't have any O scale trains, just HO. 3.75 Spider-Man, Marvel Universe. I don't know, Keegan. I'll go check. We have a little bit of Thomas the Train stuff, but again, not an O scale. Let's see. Let's see. Been selling Motu stuff all weekend. Doesn't look like it. We have a what's it, Skibbity, whatever it is, cameraman Funko Pop, and we got hit with an IP tag on it on eBay saying we violated copyright. It's literally just a post of a Funko Pop. We don't sell parts, T-Ben. Jeff, there are close to 700 Transformers in our Buy It Now store. You can go take a look there if you want. Did you look in our Buy It Now store and see if we had a BAF Sasquatch? We might. Just picked up some micro machines this weekend. John Hamilton, are you still here? We got these micro machine pieces. Anything you buy in the middle of the sale, they will automatically bundle for you. Whatnot bundles it as long as you buy them all in the sale. When the sale is done and we do our printouts, they will automatically bundle for you. After 1 pound shipping is, they don't add any new shipping on until you get to 5 pounds. So I also have some micro machine stuff over here. John, it's 400. Still sealed. I don't do anything super fast, Doc. I don't move. I don't get out of bed fast. I don't have any loose figures of Star Wars micro machines. Boy, that is specific. No, I don't have any of those. Okay, what else? Sasquatch. Jesse Fern, you can go and type any one of those things into our Buy It Now store, and it will bring up all the ones I have. We're on the other side of the store from the Transformers. That's the Mindbender, by the way. So I can't really show them here, but you could type any of those things in successfully. Bring those up. Didn't realize we'd sold so much stuff on the shelf. Time to make some room. We're actually getting ready to spill over our classifieds into a new section. I think we're going to need to pull Hall of Heroes and Super 7 out of here to put over there. Joe t-shirts are $20 a piece. Okay, let's see. Trying to make sure I get all those questions answered because there was a lot of them. T-Ben, did you get the answer to your question on the Buy It Now Turtle stuff? V Jeff, plenty of Transformers. We can go over and show more stuff here in a minute. I have no Nemesis Immortal right now. We have a little bit of superpowers. Yeah, we have over 700 Transformers in the store. All of them are listed on our Buy It Now, unless they're less than $15. G1 and reissues. G1. Had an item up for $90 on one of our e-commerce sites, and somebody sent us an offer of $27, and it rejected. And they sent the same person sent an offer of $29, and anyway, they messaged us and said, "Would you take 40 on this $90 item?" Didn't respond to the message at all because that's just a stupid question. Um, it's already priced lower than the other sold ones at 90, but whatever. Didn't respond to it. Messaged us again. It was just 5 question marks. Like somehow I didn't know how to read that first message. Then I get another message about probably 5 or 6 minutes later. Well, I guess you just don't want to sell anything for real then. Yeah, that's exactly why I ignored your dumbass offers. I just don't want to sell anything. What a weird take. If you're living that kind of D-bag lifestyle and your takeaway is must be something wrong with the seller. Like what? I'll have to look, Delta. I think I forgot to send pictures over of stuff I sold today too. Nope, got it. What are you, Delta? Are you looking for the Chuckles or the Snake Armor? Any Batman cowls? No. Looking for the armor. I'll go show you what we got it priced at. We sell stuff to resellers all the time. I just tell them up front, I don't care what your margins are for selling. What matters are my margins since it's my item that I'm selling. So as long as resellers accept that respectfully, we can work together. I got 175 on it, Delta. Now, there are some that get it, and then there are some that just don't. I've had legitimate, hey, TikTok, apparently the listing for the snake armor on our Whatnot store has a picture of the Chuckles. Will you check the Chuckles and the snake armor and make sure it's classified? We have, yeah, there's classified Chuckles and a classified snake armor. They're both over here on the end of this. I don't, sounds like it. Kicker. He said the title is off. Do I have any mode to? Yes. There's a really cool rating. Yes, we do. So, Mortal Kombat. Pew! Any multiverse? Yes. Did you type multiverse into our bin of our 4,300 items to see what we got in there? Because they are on the other side of the store. Rad Collectibles, I have, since my video where I made the video of the Joes by the pound, I added over 300 people to a list looking for them. So there was no chance anybody in the bottom 270 of that will ever get one. So um, the guys at the top of the list who I sell to generally always buy them. So unfortunately, that video created quite an interest level for something I don't get. Hey Mick, I was just thinking, wondering where you were at. Yeah, no kidding. I had a hilarious interaction with a guy on a sword this weekend. That was fun. But according to him, he was militarily trained for for, for the sword, so he was good. So I sell Joe's by the pound at least once a month, but the amount of people that want Joe's by the pound is staggeringly high. So a guy came in this week. You guys are going to love this story. I was typing this out on my Facebook, and my Facebook like had a stroke, and so I lost it. So you can see we have swords all the way down this counter. They're just kind of covered right now. They're usually not covered like that. So we've got 30 or so feet of swords. That Mike, so I'm standing right here. I'm processing some stuff. Okay, so like there's swords all the way down this way. There's swords that go all the way down that way. I'm standing right here, like I'm right at this blue and purple juncture. This dude comes over and stands right here, like right here. And so I first I was like, what are you, like, why is this guy so close to me? So I step back a little bit, and he reaches up and grabs a sword. Well, I really hadn't paid attention to him before that point, but here's the sort of the thing that noticed that he was wearing military BDUs, like the camo pants the guys in the military wear, and a pair of black boots, which I've noticed the black boots are more for the Vietnam era ones or the 80s era ones. Most of the guys that wear the BDUs now, or ACUs or whatever they're called, are wearing lighter colored boots, but that's beside the point. He's wearing a black belt and black boots and a black t-shirt. So I just thought like he's one of the guys that likes to go hunting and dresses like this, but he was wearing like a military cap. You guys call them head covers or whatever the military calls them. This tells you that I don't know what I'm talking about, which makes this situation even weirder. So the guy reaches out and grabs a sword and he takes it off of here, and I'm like, "Hey man, we don't like people to." Or actually, it's like, "Hey, what can I do for you?" As I step back, he's like, "Oh, no, I just want to take a look at the sword." Reaches out, pulls the sword off with his left hand, by the way. And I was like, "Oh yeah, if you want something like the swords, I'm happy to get them for you. But we've got kids and customers in the store, and and he starts taking it out of the sheath, and I'm like, we really don't like swords to be unsheathed in here, especially when there's other people. So at this point, he's standing right here. So I square. I'm at my side. You know how your side is to him, and I'm not comfortable. So I take a step back where I put my right leg back, and I thought, God, that fortune teller lady that told me I was going to be murdered by a guy with a sword someday, she was really on point with this. But he was so close to me with this freaking sword. Hey, what's up, Will? Any Sega games? We do, in fact, have Sega games. So the conversation ensues, and I said, I'm trying to explain to him we don't like people messing with the swords if we can help it. And he was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm militarily trained to use this." And my brain was like, he was so confident with it, but I was like, okay, maybe the army does teach people how to use decorative samurai swords for whatever reason. I don't know. I've not been in the military. Maybe that's a thing. And so I was like, I do, Wayner. I do carry. My second thought was, I'm going to have to shoot a guy in the middle of a toy store over a sword. So how much for the Sith influence? We can go look. It was in my pocket. So it was so weird because that's why I turned dropped my right leg back because I'm right-handed. So my gun's in my right pocket. So Sith infiltrator. This thing right here. Is that what we're talking about right here? Or is it one of these? That's an Imperial speeder. Never mind. Sith infiltrator. You're gonna have to be more specific. I don't have toys. Did you look in my Buy It Now store to see if I had Toy Story anything? Because I might. Loose one long. Well, why? Thank you. Oh, this guy. Okay. Here we go. So I and there are people in the store. There's kids in the store with him. So I'm not comfortable with the way this is going. And he's acting so weird. He's being so serious. So I thought, oh, the dude's just messing with me. Like I'm military trained. He's being serious. And I'm like, oh, like, yeah, training. These swords are great. These decorative swords, they're really well known for military use. Ha ha ha. And he got like super serious. Let's see. I would do $12 on this thing if you want. Got real serious. Last one sold for 14 online. And he was like, part of our extensive training is the knowledge of good sword, the art. This is what I got here, man. The art of, what do you say? It's not sword making, something smithing, not blacksmithing. It was sword smithing, I think is what he called it. The art of sword smithing to determine if a blade is good or not. And I was like, and oh, by the way, at that time was holding his arm out and had the sword like balanced across his arm. He was like, "Balance is real good. The weight on this is good." Actually, he goes, "It balances real good. The weight is true." And I was like, that's why I thought the guy's messing with me. Like he's just being weird. Um, I was like, yeah, even then, man, like, he's like, you're not charging enough for this sword because his whole set is like 135. You should be charging 2 or 3 times that much. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I appreciate the feedback on that. I mean, we feel comfortable with our pricing on it. It is just a decorative sword, and it's fully out of the sheath now. And he's holding it, like I said, he had it balanced across his arm, and he's holding it up. And at this point, like, he's right here, and I'm just like slowly stepping back a little bit more, I'm a little bit more like this. And I'm making it look like I'm working, like I got stuff on the counter I'm working through. So I'm just humming along, working through stuff on the counter. By the way, sweet Rambo in box. And I was like, hey, I really want to put that sword back in its sheath. We've got kids running around here, man. I'm sure you understand that, we don't, we don't want the sword out. We don't want any accidents to happen. He goes, ooh, fun fact. And he says it like that, like real loud. Like, and he's like, fun fact, like real, it gets close to me. It's not called a sheath. It's called a scabbard. Okay. I don't know what WWF belt with snake means. Do I have one up here? I've never even heard of that. It's not called a sheath. It's called a scabbard. Okay, yeah. Well, I was okay, man. I duly noted. I'll take that. That's good. Um, okay. Well, let's get this put back up there. And he was like, we were taught in lots of different deadly arts, not just not. He didn't say sword play, and he didn't say sword fighting. What did he say? It was like sword something, or I cannot remember because there's a lot of stuff going on, and I had 4 energy drinks on Saturday, and I really wasn't wanting to deal with this. Did you type Vince McMahon into our Buy It Now store to see what we had? And he was, like I said, he's wearing black boots and a black belt and a black T-shirt and a military. And he looked at me. He goes, "Can't you see my uniform? You can clearly see that I'm not just making this up." Because I think he saw the look on my face, like, "Oh shit, this guy's a lunatic." And it was not black T-shirt, black boots, black belt, military camo pants, and a military hat. Like a, what do they call those head covers, right? You know what you call a military cap? I don't know what it's called. I don't think swordsmanship was the word he was using. It was like,
They call them caps, I think.
it was like sword, or no, it was blade. It was blade efficacy. That's what he said. That's why it was. He said something blade efficacy, and I was like, what? Like, oh, okay, that's great. And then I realized, like, at a certain point, the guy's not joking. The guy's serious. Oh shit, this guy's a lunatic. And so, like, in my mind, there's kids in the store, there's adults in the store, there's people running around, and there's a guy of actual freaking lunatic with a sword standing close enough that he moved quickly. He could definitely stab me if he wanted to be. So, yep. I'm just moving, like I said, moving back down the counter. Just I'm organizing stuff to make it look I'm supposed to. And I'm like this far away at this point. You can see where the red swords are. Yeah, let's go ahead and put that back up, man. I get it. If you want to buy it, that's great. I'm happy to sell it to you. We'll sell it to you for our price. I know you, haha, you told me it was worth 3 times that much, but we're not here to rip anybody off. And he goes, I'm off to check in with my CO, see if we're able to take non-army regulation weapons with us. And he said encampment. He didn't say battle, to the encampment. And I'm like, who uses words like this? Like it was like he just came off of a LARP, like blade efficacy. But he said if the CO would let him take one of these, and then he, like, how when you go to attention, but he didn't salute, like he stood around, like stood straight up, and then just marched himself right out of the store. It was one of the weirdest, like, 45-second interactions of my entire life.
Thank you for the definition, Wayner the Webster Dictionary.
Yeah, he had blade efficacy training, Wayner. What? Uh, he went to an encampment. Want to check with the CEO if he could use non-military issue or no, it was either non-military issue or non-regulation. I'm trying to remember as much of the conversation as I can because it was so weird. And I was going to write a post on it when it happened, but a lot of stuff has happened since then. But yeah, that was interesting. I I've had a guy come in here one time and ask me if we had a full shang, all of your swords full shang. Are they all what? Were you here that day?
No, but I came in later. You told me about it.
There was a guy who's like, all of your swords full shang. I'm like, I don't know, full shank. And I'm like, I don't know what a full shank means outside of prison, I guess. And he was like, I'm looking for a sword that holds up. And I was like, these are decorative swords that you hang on the wall. Yeah, but they hold up a whole lot better if they're full shank. I'm like, are you saying full tang? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, yeah, I think so. Maybe I don't know, but I just want one that'll hold up. And I'm like, man, they're designed to sit in a stand on the wall or on your counter. There's not really any holding up. Well, yeah, that full shang. I mean, whatever it is. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm not selling you swords. Oh my god, there needs to be Ashley. There needs to be.
Obviously not because they'd all be in it.
Right, Mick. The funny thing is, I'm guessing his CO told him no decorative swords for the encampment because he never came back in and bought it, even though it was listed price a third of what he thought it was worth. So some COs are just harder than others, I guess. That is that's a story. That's part of my life right there. There's my life in a short story. Oh my god. I don't know what the dreadnought pit bull means. So I have a little bit of Super 7, but you can also type Super 7 into our Buy It Now store and it'll pull up all of our Super 7 stuff. So that's my story of the week. Jeremy, we have lots of Funko. You ought to come over to our website at toysrross.com. Check out our Funko Pops there, bud. I'm just, I was disappointed. I mean, maybe I could write him a letter to his CEO to tell him that this is a solid quality weighted, it's balanced, true. There's uh there's so much of my life that is summed up in that story. Over the years, so many weird things have happened here that it used to be kind of a running joke, all the funny stuff that happened here. Oh man. LOTR. We actually got some new LOTR stuff in. Lorter! All of my Loter figures are balanced true. I was typing out that story on my Facebook page for one of my crazy customer stories, and Facebook like had a stroke on me and lost all the data. So maybe I'll go back and type it up later. People seem to enjoy those. Kevin Bree, there's some Loter. I got more Loter over Hero. Left hat bazooka in a dumpster. That happens sometimes though. That happens here. The only thing that would have made that story better is if he asked if he could trade the external part of an air conditioning unit for the sword. Yeah, I don't really do mystery boxes other than the ones on my website, Jeremy. It was just so weird. Lord of the Rings guy, where'd you go? Ooh, Moria Orc Archer. Yeah, did I show a Gimli in any of this, or are you like I didn't see one? If you didn't see one, you could type it into our buy it now and see if we have it. It makes once you've been here to visit the store, it makes these stories all the more real because you see like firsthand how. Yeah, I don't have a Gimli over here, man. Yeah, Wayner, I'm not about to lose a gunfight to a sword. That was another one of my thoughts. So literally, he was like right. I'm standing right here, like right at this, and his hand. He put his left hand right here to give you an idea of how freaking close we were. There's my feet. So he was right there. So my immediate was like, oh, okay, get over here. And then he gets the sword. And then I turn this way to face him a little bit. I'm like, oh, God, this is going to go bad. Doc, we should get an AI platform to help us make that. You weren't around for um, the Hustle and Flow story, which is one of the greatest stories in my history of my store. And it was like maybe 10 years ago, and people still quote the Hustle and Flow story because it was so crazy. What is what is Oba Femi?
Boba Fett.
He's a wrestler. Yeah, check the shop. I don't have any of them with me right now. Uh,
No, Boba Fett, I think.
it's a wrestler. Mick, just the stuff I showed from the other day. The classified is the newest stuff I got. Boba Fett's Matt brother, Robba Ross. Oh my gosh. I truly need to pull up the Hustle and Flow story again and remind everyone what it's like to be part of me, part of my life. You guys get dragged into the insanity, which is my life. Special bonus. I talk. Wayner, I'll have to find the link to the Hustle and Flow story and send it to you. This is a really neat Marvel pack here. Added some sweet, look at this, Lord of the Rings stuff. Every day I'm hustling. No, this was the movie Hustle and Flow. It was delightful. Actually, after the fact, when getting to type it up was delightful. The experience itself was unnerving. There's an Abifemi. Really surprised that that is as expensive as it is. So my daughter, oh yeah, I've been watching the bricks and minifigs things. My daughter came in to help me with stuff, and just to give you an idea of this generation and what it's like to deal with people from this generation all the time. All of our Lego sets that go on our shelf get the warranty tags put on the right hand side because all of them sit on the shelf like this. So when you're walking by, you can see the set count. Well, this is what the warranty tag looks like. Set number, piece count, the date, the staff member that went over it, the price, if there's anything missing, what's missing. So they all go on the right because they all sit on the shelf like this. So I had these 10 sets. I had her do the things. And I said, fill all those out for me and explained in great detail. All of these need to go on like this right here. The warranty tag needs to very specifically go on the top on the right hand side. And I guess at 16, you still don't know your right from your left very well, but she put it on the left hand side on every single set. And I remember at one point even walking over here and going, hey, that's on the right side. Can you switch sides? Oh gosh, I got it confused. And then she literally made every single one of them to the wrong. I just noticed this she never fixed them. There's the one. She fixed one. And all the rest, no, there's the second one. All the rest of these. Caleb now comes in as a regular customer, Doc. Don't have to murder him or threaten to murder him anymore. I love this sky. Hey, Mick, did you get the Sky Duster yet? No, that's not really her thing. She's not like that. She's incredibly book smart, which really struggles with some real world stuff. My oldest is not book smart, but he's very real world savvy. Together, they're a great team at figuring stuff out one way or the other. But individually, they both have a real blind spot. One is not gonna. It's just it's weird to see your kids like that. Like Father's Day makes you think about that. I'm a dad. I love my kids, but I definitely recognize things in them that drive me crazy. Doc, that he wins the kindness award at school every month, but he also hits himself in the face with the door about every third time he opens the door. So there's that. Everybody has that one kid who's just their sweetest kid and their hardest working kid and their kid that tries a lot and stores Lego in his mouth when he's walking around. Everybody has that kid. All right, we're out of this section. I don't have any concerns that my kids will end up in jail. If I did, it would be my oldest one streaking through town. That would, nothing serious like that. Um, just because he is fully embraced life and likes to test boundaries. Uh, and like my oldest got his, he finished school 2 years early. They offered him like he could go to any school in the state because he wanted to do electrical engineering, and he was going to get he got a scholarship to pay for like the technical degree, the associate's degree at any Missouri state like junior colleges, and just doesn't want to, which is okay. I mean, like I want my kids to be happy. I'm way more concerned about them being happy and satisfied with life than any achievements that other people might think for him. And he is very good at figuring things out and very good at being social and welcoming people and just a fantastic kid. Hey, Kevin, I really prefer when people engage with me in full sentences or grammar or punctuation. I showed you several things and got nowhere with it. And what I've learned over time is if other people aren't willing to invest a little more than one word shout outs, they're usually not going to be great at investing as customers. Now, I say all that and it sounds mean, but it's not really mean. It's just this is our experience after 2,000 live sales. I'm always doing well, Javier. Look, it's Sting from Lord of the Rings, Frodo's sword. This here stabbed a cave troll, and Samwise Gamgee actually took this sucker and killed Shabor. It is indeed Frodo's sword. Yeah, my parents really, really pushed me. Hey, Carter Carr, you can literally, that word Skylanders that you're just blurting out like you have Tourette's syndrome, you can type into the search in our Buy It Now store, and all of our Skylander stuff will pop up in there.
Did you read my message?
The balance is true. Uh-oh, what message? Sorry. If you have questions on stuff or you can't find it in the store, Kevin and other guy can't remember, just say it out loud and I'll do my best to help. Well, if I'd have had that, I didn't have that at the time, but yes. Uh, MB, sorry.
Bring that soldier boy.
So stoic, yes, it's way more important for me to them to be in healthy relationships with positive people and having a good life. If somebody has to stress over those kind of things in life, I'm a dad. That's literally my job. If someone's got to stress about income and if something happens, that is my job as a dad. I didn't have that. I was very much like pushed to succeed and everything and excel in everything, and that was the rat race was super important to me for years, and I just don't want my kids to have that. So, and but yeah, I'm glad.
Did Todd McFarlane make Marvel toys?
Yeah, he did. Isn't there Todd McFarlane like Page Turners or something? Or am I mistaken there?
I thought he only did DC.
Trying to go back and look at all the different requests. Scooby Doo, yeah. Actually, I'm wandering this direction, so I'll show you my Scooby Doos while I'm over here. Yeah, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I mean, I'm not obviously perfect. I fail as a father, and I'm sure in multiple ways. I don't have a complete GI Joe whale right now, Adam, but I really try. There you go, Kevin. Scooby Doo. Got a whole shelf of Scoob stuff. That's kind of what happened to me too, Doc. And I was capable, but I no longer had desire. So, I mean, I still went on and did well for myself, but it just the stuff that I was doing that I was succeeding at and doing, I found no joy in any of it. So, and I get it. Some parents feel like the best way to make sure their kids are successful is to push them. So I don't blame them for it. I just wanted a different thing for my kids. So. I don't have any Wheeled Warrior stuff right now. We sold a bunch of Motu stuff to this one dude I know, so we're working on cleaning up the areas it was in. How much for the brown Scooby? Isn't the brown Scooby like one of the preferred meals at your favorite local diner, Fred? Get me a well done brown Scooby with cheese. La Royale, brown Scooby with cheese. Yeah, with every moons over my hammy, you get a 50% off of a brown Scooby at Denny's. These are so awful. I just don't even know anybody that collects these. Am I the only moron in America that's actually buying these? Is that the problem? Is did I fall into the trap of Thucydides or whatever? Well, my reason was I had space on the Motu shelf 3 years ago. I don't have as much space anymore, and I'd sure like to sell them. So, what else are you kids want to see tonight? I'm enjoying doing the walk around. Jamie, I see you're watching us over on Facebook. Thank you, sir. A pleasure seeing you and your lovely daughter this weekend. Glad you guys made it up. Hope she's happy with her Transformers purchases. Check this out. Could I show the Marvel Legends? Yes, I can. Check this out. Got this at a toy show. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Classics Grayskull. I've got the Origins Grayskull, which I think is boxed up beautifully. It's the Snake Mountain from that series. It's so crazy expensive. Marvel Legends, Marvel Legends. So Jamie came up and did some trading with me this weekend. There's my office in there. Look at all those Lego minifigures. Isn't that ridiculous? And he brought some stuff, and I asked him what he wanted to get out of everything. And he gave me a price, and I was like, "Whoa, man, that's way more than I'm gonna be able to do, because I'm good at this job and I know what I'm doing." So then I went through and hand priced every single thing that he brought in, which was a lot, and the number I came up to was $40 less than he asked for. That was it, because I know what I'm doing. Thanks, Doc. But everything in good fun. So he was just about right on, but I was like, no way, that's this much. And then I started messing with it, and I'm like, oh man, I need to pay more attention to what I do for a living. Everybody always asks me about X-Men stuff. I've got a sweet gambit right here. What do you know? He looked at his own stuff and knew what it was worth before he came in. I was just like so confident, like, no, there's no way. And go through it. I'm like, well, shit. He was way righter than I thought. Used to really army build these suckers too. I really liked them. Holy crap! Mike's Toy Chest just rated us with 20 people. Dudes, follow Mike's Toy Chest. Thank you for hooking us up, brother man. What is up? I don't have any Ultron that I know right now. If I did, it'll be in our buy it now. So, guys, you who are joining us from Mike's Toy Chest, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate the love, Mr. Mike. Guys, if you are in my sale, follow that man. Hmm. I did collect them as Annihilator Iron Man, Doc. Let's see. Got a new follow already. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm more of the mind that a blind squirrel is much more likely to get eaten before he finds a nut. So, what's that sword? This is the Bandai, oh, the Master Sword from Proplica. This sucker is amazing. Whoa, heaven let your light shine down. The mask case looking good. Oh no, the boulder fell off a boulder hill. Green Lantern, you shouldn't be over here. What do you guys want to see tonight? Especially you fellers that just came in and joined us. What is on the let's look and see what you got menu? How much for the Mbaku? What's up, Nathaniel? How are you this evening, sir? Let me go look and see.
Do we have any Robotech people in the house? I just got
Sam, there's lots of He-Man in the bite now. Ooh, you got that Robotech jet priced up. All right, Mbaku, where you at? Here we go.
before I put it in the case because he's going in a protective case. That's for sure.
He's $20, Nathan.
Should be online, but
Here we go. Check this out.
he's not complete, but still.
Missing the missiles.
Yep.
All right, Robotech going on in our case right now. Just went online. Robotech cars.
Yeah, I got another one too, but
Do you want this, Nathan? I don't have any complete Sky Patrol right now. We actually have a whole case of Robotech. So, all right, Nathan, I will create a listing for you. Thank you, sir. I didn't know you were a Marvel Legends guy. Okay, you are pinned now, sir. Thank you. Yes, all of our Skylanders are in the bag now. I think Black Panther is one of the most underrated Marvel movies. We just saw this, man. We had a guy make some offers on stuff, and I saw we counteroffered one, then he canceled his other offer.
yeah, I don't know if he. I was just starting to respond to the offers, and then everything on the turtles just disappeared.
Yeah, I don't think he liked our counteroffer, so he just pulled all of his offers.
Well, there was one that I declined. The counter offer stayed up there, but there was one I declined, and so I don't know if it was the same person or not.
Doc says, "Tell TikTok to hush." Sam Lack, what?
To my face, Doc.
What? He won't say anything to a female's face in person or within 20 feet of her. When he comes in here, he acts physically afraid of Sal. Actually, that's more a survival skill than anything else. Um, what other He-Man are you looking for, Sam? I don't have complete Sky Patrol figures right now. Here's our Robotech case. Complete Snake Eyes V4. You talking about the 1991 Snake Eyes? I don't have a complete one of those. I'll show the Joe section here in a second. Sam, we have about 400 He-Man figures. Are there any ones in particular? I could definitely cut that down and show you what we got. If you have anything you can do to narrow that down for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Want to sell, want a little help. Okay, here's our G.I. Joe section, Adrian. You said quick scan, so hopefully this is helpful right there. You catch all that? Okay, there we go. We good? We good? All right. Lego guy, all of our Transformers are in our buy it now. So if we have one, it'll be in there. Here's some classifieds. Oh, I forgot to quick scan these as well. Do some more quick scanning. Goes all the way down, all the way to the end. Down there, there's 80 feet of G.I. Joe. Yeah, sorry, man. That's all I got. That Tiger Fly is just a box, although I have a lot of parts for one, so I'm going to put all my parts in there. Just not quite there yet. Box only is 75. Okay. Great questions tonight, guys. I appreciate your engagement with me. Toledo Salamanca sword with the scabbard. Don Flamenco. Oh, welcome to my life, gentlemen. That's a good looking counter right there. I do have a loose G.I. Joe Crusader. Here we go. This one here is not complete. It's missing the two little boosters that go on the back end of it, but otherwise, I believe it's all there. So I got that, Newsco. Don't touch my guitars. Do not touch them. It is 150. Those two little boosters are really hard to get. G.I. Joe's. You did, Wayner. Sealed still. We have lots of X-Men. Here we go. Check this guy out right here. Endor. There's the castle. And there's Jabba's palace. It's purty. What X-Men are you looking for, Aiden Can? Hey, will you grab my water jug from back there and pull it up to the counter? I'm going to run by and grab it. The main team. All right. Well, there are a lot of different versions of X-Men and a lot of. I want to help. I have a couple of 97. Hustle and flow, man. Hustle and flow. um, I can go show you guys the. I don't need Monster High stuff right now. We actually sell that stuff faster than anything else we get in. So here's all of our X-Men stuff in our Marvel Legends. So the main team really is not as helpful as you might think. But here's a really nice Colossus Kitty Pride 2-pack. And then I got a Wolverine. Doctor Strange, he's part of the X-Men in one of the realities. Wolverines! Kenny Pride. Maybe, I don't know. Do you have any of the comic Avengers? Why don't you look in our Buy It Now store, bud? Most of our Marvel stuff is listed in there. That will help narrow it down. Do we bundle? If you mean by bundle, you can literally buy multiple items from us and it will, like, Whatnot bundles it for you. Like, they automatically bundle the shipping, especially if you do it all in the sale. Once you spent over a pound in shipping on paying for shipping, you get free shipping up to 5 pounds too in the same sale. So if you're going to buy stuff, buy it at once together. How much for the 25th anniversary vehicle? I've got a couple of different ones, Newsco. Did you check out any of those in our Buy It Now store? Because they're all listed there as well. I'll show you what I got. I got the Hiss tank. We've actually sold a bunch of these. And I've got the Spectre and the blue Hiss tank, and another Hiss tank, and a. This water moccasin is amazing. All of our Skylanders are listed in our Buy It Now store. You can type Skylander in there, it'll pull them all up. Dude picked up the Sky Striker the other day to play with it, dropped it, and popped off the back wing. Oh, sorry. It was like that. No, it wasn't like that. Welcome to my life. All right. We've really walked around the store quite a bit today. Is there anything you guys didn't see that you wanted to see? He should have, especially since we have these signs everywhere. It's funny, we have these signs everywhere. People still pick stuff up, drop stuff all the time. And then anytime we do a video that shows off one of our please do not touch signs, people loudly bitch about how it's a toy store, you don't want people touching anything. Like, I don't get that. Because you would be the first person, if you dropped and broke something, to not want to pay for that something. And that is the everyday of retail. We have so much Hot Wheels stuff. Sally sells seashells, Fred. Yes, we have lots of Hot Wheels. A lot of Hot Wheels. A lot of Hot Wheels. One night we did a 250 car mystery pull for somebody. I think they spent $300 and I pulled 250 cars, or it was something along those lines. No, because we had a lot of the Fast and the Furious cars, and I'm sure it was more than that. Hammerhead is complete for 225. I don't have any Mythic Legion stuff right now. I don't have any Metroid stuff right now, but if I did, it would be in our Buy It Now store. Yeah. Yes.
Hi, Miss Carrie. Sorry you have to see that username.
All right, guys. I remember running through the wet grass. We got good stuff tonight. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna quit the sale. We've been here for an hour. We can raid somebody else. I'm ready to go do Lego again, and I want to raid my friends. Let's do this.